it's Leanne Hainsby. I'm about to answer my 10 questions and it's 2021. Okay, here we go. Question number 1, what's your leaderboard name? My leaderboard name is Leanne Hainsby UK, which is very boring, and I'm always very easily distracted in my classes because I see leaderboard names and I think, oh, I love that. I wish I'd chosen that. But yes, it's Leanne Hainsby UK. Number 2, what's your favourite class type? My favourite class type is definitely a music ride. I love music. I have a lot of fun on my music rides. They're also, as someone who, you know, when I'm taking classes at home as a member, I am always drawn to the music rides. My favourite would be disco rides. I love a bit of disco, and I love kind of like the show rides, like my Broadway rides. I think it's so fab when I can bring that kind of music to a workout. You don't think they would go together, and they do, and they're very powerful. Number 3, what was your biggest accomplishment this year? My biggest accomplishment this year, I mean, this year has felt like about 10,000 years in one, but my biggest accomplishment, I think, in this moment right now, well, it definitely was when we did, I say we, I mean myself and Ben from the UK, we did our live from home classes. It was a very scary thought to think that we could bring everything we were doing in the studio into a very small flat in central London, and we managed to bring the equipment, set it up, all kind of over so many Zoom calls and Google Hangouts, and we managed to set it up, and I won't ever forget the first class that I did. It was a 30-minute 80s ride, live from our spare room in Holborn in central London, and there were over 10,000 people riding live on the leaderboard, which is still to this day the biggest leaderboard I've had. If you actually tried to fit that many people into my whole apartment block, it never would have happened. So that was a real amazing moment. Okay, number 4, what's something you've learned this year? Something I have learned this year, I've learned a lot of things this year, and every time I think about this, it changes. I've learned to slow down. I've learned to try and be a bit calmer. I've learned to say, well, I've kind of been forced to say no. I used to say yes to everything. I used to go to every social event. I used to feel like I had to be anywhere and everywhere and make everyone else happy, even if I was super tired and stressed and I needed to do things at home or whatever. And when all of that is taken away from you, I think maybe your priorities start to shift. So along with, you know, learning to appreciate what you have, the people around you, all of that stuff, one of the biggest things that I have learned is to embrace a calmer lifestyle, and actually I really like it. Number 5, what's one phrase that summarises life at this moment? Well, there's lots of phrases. The one that I am very well known for at work amongst my lovely team is, it's relentless. I used to say that when it felt like everything would just go on and on and on and on, and it's felt very much like that this year with everything that's gone on. Everything has felt very relentless. There are also lots of other things that I've had in, like, funny little one-liners that I've had in lots of my WhatsApp girl chats. I mean, they have been like incredible this year. You need to have that one chat that is just full of memes, meme after meme, that just makes you laugh every day. It's good for the soul. Okay, number 6. What was your favourite Peloton moment this year? My favourite Peloton moment this year is incredibly hard to choose, for the main reason that Peloton has been just everything to me this year. It has given me structure, it has given me a reason to kind of get up and stay physically fit, mentally fit, you know, to be able to do our job and to inspire and motivate so many people. I mean, it's too hard to pick a moment, but if I had to pick one, if I could sneakily pick 2, it would be, number 1 would be my Beatles ride that dropped on Christmas Day. Christmas was very strange for us this year because it was just me and Ben at home. We have a lovely new house this year, and we really wanted to have everybody over to enjoy the house and the space, and it was just me and Ben dancing around in the basement, which was lovely, but it was made extra special with the Beatles ride that dropped on Christmas Day, and knowing that so many people had a little kind of moment of sparkle in their day because they were able to do that. And a very close second was my Club Classical ride, because since the day that I started at Peloton, I wanted to do a ride very similar to that, which was kind of house music, which I love, mixed with an orchestral sound, which again are 2 things that I love. I wanted to be able to put them together, and I wanted a really dramatic, over-the-top, fab ride, which I think we did. You have to let me know. Number 7, what was your favourite life moment this year? My favourite life moment this year. It's difficult sometimes. You have to really think about that this year. There have been so many moments that have been special for so many different reasons. Like, I could think of random Zoom calls that we sat on for hours, just laughing and drinking and telling stories, things that we would never do with our friends. You'd always usually see each other, and they became way more special than they ever were before. But the top of my list was a family trip that I managed to have in the summer, in between lockdowns. We managed to have, I mean, I don't know how this happened, but we just had the most gorgeous week of sun, and it felt like we were on holiday, and we were all together in this lovely house with lots of forest around us, and we did big day trips to cute little beaches. I mean, calling a UK beach cute isn't really something you say, but we just lucked out with the weather, and we laughed all day, every day, and was just with my family, which is, you know, something I haven't been able to do very much this year. So it was lovely. Number 8, what's one thing you're grateful for most this year? One thing I'm grateful for most this year is Ben. I'm very, very grateful for Ben. He has kept me laughing, and he has kept me calm, and he's also let me vent when it's felt relentless. He's definitely been my rock this year, and along with feeling so grateful for my friends and family and the Peloton community, who honestly have lifted our spirits up more times than I could speak about ever. Random DMs, messages, it works 2 ways with the Peloton community. As instructors, we get just as much as the members get from the classes. So on top of all of that, my number 1 is definitely Ben. So thank you for all that you've done for me this year. Even though you might not think it, I am very grateful for you. Number 9, what's one thing you want to get better at next year? Oh, there's quite a few things, to be honest. One thing that I'd like to get better at next year, I would like to be more organised next year. For a busy person, I am not very organised, and it causes a lot of stress, which then causes me to put a lot of pressure on myself, and I would like to manage that a little better. So hopefully next year I can look back and think, oh, she was a very unorganised version of me. That is honestly one of my biggest goals. Hasn't happened so far, but hopefully it's something that I am working on and I can continue to work on. I mean, there's lots of other things as well. Last summer I learnt some football skills, and it was so fun. I want to say it was fun for me and Ben. I'm mentioning Ben a lot, but he's really the only person I've seen for the whole year. But we were practicing some football skills together. I got quite good. Lots of people were sliding into the DMs and telling me how to perfect these skills. So maybe I'll pick it up again as the weather's getting nicer and it gets to summer, and I can become a trickster or football expert, something like that. I don't know, we'll see. You never know. You never know where we could be next year. Okay, number 10. Describe where you want to be in a year from now. Okay, if I am describing where I would like to be, where I want to be in a year from now, when it comes to my career, I would like to be doing exactly what I'm doing now. I would like to have had some more incredible moments at Peloton, whether that be artist rides or series or just moments. I mean, we should be in our new studio this time next year, and I can only imagine how incredible that's going to be. I hope that by this time next year I will have been able to see so many of the members, because we've missed you this year. Been in the studio on my own since March 2020, and as amazing as my job is, that can be quite lonely at times. So it would be lovely to, and you know, quite nice to have some people around us at Peloton. I'd like that to be members and everyone that I'm lucky enough to work with. I'd like us all to be together again. I mean, I have so many hopes and dreams when it comes to work, but that really is the main thing. It's always about the people for me, so I can't wait till we can all be together again. In my personal life, I would have liked to have spent a lot more time with my friends and family, and I'm 33. I'm super in love with my boyfriend, so I would hope by this time next year we could maybe be in a bit of a different place from where we are now. Who knows? That would make my dreams come true, so we'll see. Okay, thank you everybody.